Hello dear students, welcome back to a new channel. Students, let me start by asking you a simple question. What's the first thing you use every morning? Yes, for most of us it's soap, है ना? Soap. We wash our face, we take bath, we use some soap, some form of soap or detergent because it's such a normal part of our life that we don't even think about it. But students, behind every little bar of soap is a story of science, history, and even war. Okay. So today we are going to explore what exactly is soap, how is it made, why does it clean so well, how are detergents different from soaps, and finally World War में और science ने कैसे shape किया था. Okay. So students, let's rewind thousands of years. आपको पता है फर्स्ट सोप कब यूज हुआ होगा? You might think it might be in 1800s, 1700s, right? नहीं, उससे भी पहले. First use of soap has been traced back to 2800 BC in Mesopotamia. 2800 BC मतलब that's nearly 4,000 years ago. 4,000. In ancient India too, people used natural cleaners like soap nuts, crushed plants, tree bark, flowers, ताकि उसे कपड़े वॉश कर सके so that they are able to clean themselves. इंडिया में भी बहुत एंशियंट टाइम से यूज कर रहे थे some form of cleaners, right? But in Europe, soap was once considered a luxury item. Okay, it was considered a luxury. Can you imagine? Soap एक luxury था एक time पे. Until the 19th century, soaps were taxed heavily. Okay, and not everyone could afford them, na? So it was only during the Industrial Revolution that soap started being mass produced. तब जाके वो ordinary लोगों के लिए available हुआ. Okay, so next time you pick up a soap bar, remember, it wasn't always this simple to stay clean. एक टाइम पे बहुत महंगा था. Okay, now ये तो हो गया थोड़ी सी हिस्ट्री की बात. Now what is soap? Soap is what? Soap is basically, it's a salt of a fatty acid. It's a salt of a fatty acid. तो थोड़ा सा कॉम्प्लिकेटेड है, स्पेशली फॉर यंगर स्टूडेंट्स, राइट? तो इसको थोड़ा समझते हैं. सबसे पहले कोई भी ऑयल ले लो, वेजिटेबल ऑयल और एनिमल फैट. It contains special molecule called fatty acid. Okay, so the oil that we are taking, it contains special molecule called fatty acids. And when these fatty acids, they react with sodium, they react with caustic soda, sodium hydroxide. Okay, when the fatty acid react with sodium hydroxide, or it can also be KOH, potassium hydroxide. The result is soap. Okay, so this is the chemical equation. We are taking fatty acid, and for younger students, please just understand like this, that we are taking fatty acid from a oil and we are reacting it with another chemical called sodium hydroxide. And when we react these two, what we get in return is soap. Okay. So chemist will write it like this only: fatty acid plus NaOH, fatty acid plus NaOH, it gives soap, plus H2O is water. Right? For example, coconut oil, it gives a soap with lauric acid. Palm oil, it gives a soap with palmitic acid. So that's the reason why different soaps feel and smell different depending on the oil which is used. Because this base NaOH and KOH, it's same, right? Now, students, solid soaps are usually sodium based and liquid soaps are potassium based. Okay, here as you can see, solid soaps, we take fatty acid and this is sodium. Na, sodium is a symbol of sodium is Na. Okay, so when the soap are in solid form, they are made with sodium hydroxide. So solid soaps are sodium based usually, whereas the liquid soap that we use, it is potassium based. Okay, so how soap is made, students? Earlier making soap was a slow and tiring process. पहले के टाइम पे बहुत मुश्किल था. It was a tiring process. ऑयल को सबसे पहले बॉईल करना पड़ता था. Oils, they were boiled with alkalis and the reaction could take days. So producing large amount was difficult. But today things are faster and more efficient. और अब कैसे होता है? देखो, सबसे पहले तो क्या करते हैं, स्टार्ट विद ऑयल. दे टेक कोकोनट ऑयल, पाम ऑयल, सनफ्लावर ऑयल और इवन सोयाबीन ऑयल, एंड देन द ब्रेकडाउन ऑफ ऑयल टेक्स प्लेस. ओके, ऑयल को ब्रेक करते हैं, किस में ब्रेक करते हैं? फैटी एसिड में. फैटी एसिड चाहिए ना, उसी से तो सोप बनेगा. एंड दिस इज डन विद हॉट वाटर अंडर हाई टेम्परेचर एंड प्रेशर. ओके, so then we get, after breaking down the oil, we get the fatty acids, and then fatty acids are reacted with alkali. Okay, alkali क्या हो गया यहाँ पे? NaOH हो गया, जैसे सोडियम हाइड्रोक्साइड हो गया, पोटेशियम हाइड्रोक्साइड हो गया. So this gives us soap. Okay, and then the soap, we basically, after this, the soap thus produced is extracted from the mix and dried to remove excess moisture through, and the resulting mass is then extruded through a dye to produce soap noodles. Okay, so these are called soap noodles. उसके बाद जो produce होता है, अब soap noodles जब मिल जाते हैं, इसके बाद क्या होता है? Perfumes, colors, talc, silicates, surfactants, these are added. तो जब हम बना रहे होते हैं फैटी एसिड से, उसमें तब थोड़ी ना परफ्यूम जो हमें खुशबू आता है, वो ऐसे थोड़ी ना आता, उसमें बाद में डाला जाता है. ओके, so soap mixture then it's extruded into long bars and cut into pieces, and then it is packed for the dispatch. So today's soap factories are super fast. Some can even produce 600 to 700 soap bars per minute. पर मिनट बना सकते हैं. एक टाइम पे बहुत मुश्किल था, लेकिन अब फैक्ट्रीज है, टेक्नोलॉजी है. So some factories can produce 600 soap bars per minute. Right? Now, why do soaps clean? See, this we have covered in one of the podcasts. Okay, soaps, basically, it has two sides. Like this is the molecule which soap forms, soap, right? So it has two sides, hydrophilic side and hydrophobic side. Hydrophilic is the side that loves water, water loving, and the other side hates water, but it loves oil and dirt. Okay, so what it does, so when you scrub with soap na, the hydrophobic part, it grabs onto the oil and grease and dirt, and the hydrophilic part, the hydrophilic side, it pulls the dirt into the water. Okay, so when you rinse it, the dirt gets washed away, and that's why soap is so powerful. It literally traps dirt and oil and lifts it off your skin or clothes. इसीलिए सबसे कहते हैं ना कि सबसे बेटर जो तरीका है हैंड क्लीन करने का, इट इज सोप एंड वाटर, सिंपल सोप एंड वाटर, राइट? So if you have an option, either that you can clean your hands with sanitizer or simple soap and water? Soap and water should be preferred always. Okay. Now what about detergents? ये तो हो गया सोप की कहानी. See students, detergents के बारे में देखो क्या यहाँ पे mentioned है. During World War I, there was a shortage of natural oil and fats. Okay, because why it was a shortage? Because World War I was going on, and that time these natural oils and fats, it was needed for food supplies. So this shortage forced scientists to look for synthetic alternatives, and that's when detergents were invented in 1930s. Okay, so unlike soaps, detergents are made from synthetic chemicals, not natural oils. So they contain larger number of surfactants, they contain larger number of chemicals, additives like bleach, fragrances, dyes, and detergents also work better in hard water compared to soap. ओके, सोप वाटर, जब हम सोप यूज करते हैं तो सोप को अगर हम हार्ड वाटर से यूज करेंगे ना तो फिर वो नहीं अच्छे से वॉश नहीं होता, लेकिन जो डिटर्जेंट है वो हार्ड वाटर में भी यूज कर सकते हैं. सो दैट्स व्हाई फॉर वॉशिंग क्लोथ्स एंड यूटेंसिल्स डिटर्जेंट्स आर मोर पॉपुलर. बट देयर इज अ प्रॉब्लम. Many detergents, it contains phosphates. Okay, phosphates क्या करते हैं? Phosphates are basically they pollute rivers and lakes. They make algae grow excessively. They kill fish and harming the environment. This is why modern scientists, they are trying to create biodegradable detergent जिससे cleaning भी हो और nature को भी harm ना हो. All right. So what is the difference? So finally, what is the difference between soap and detergent? Soap, it is made from natural oil or fats. It works well in soft water and it is eco-friendly. Detergent किससे बना होता है? Synthetic chemical से. It works even in hard water and they are powerful cleaners. Okay, they are powerful cleaners, but it can harm the environment अगर वो biodegradable नहीं है. Okay, so students, think about it. We use soaps and detergents every single day. है ना? हम ब्रशिंग करते हैं, टूथपेस्ट, वी वॉश आवर क्लोथ्स, वी क्लीन आवर होम्स, एंड विदाउट देम मॉडर्न लाइफ वुड बी अनइमेजिनेबल. So the challenge today is not just to make cleaning products, but to make them safe for humans and safe for nature. इसीलिए साइंटिस्ट क्या ढूंढ रहे हैं अब? प्लांट बेस्ड बायोडिग्रेडेबल डिटर्जेंट. प्लांट बेस्ड, ओके, ताकि से एनवायरनमेंट को भी हार्म ना हो. Eco-friendly surfactants, enzyme-based cleaners, so that it can reduce chemical pollution. Okay, students. So the next time you use soap, remember, it's not just about saying clean. It's also about protecting the planet. So friends, that was the story of soaps and detergents. As you have seen, from Mesopotamia to modern factories, from wars to environmental science, soap ने तो सारा कुछ देखा है. Okay, so next time you pick up a soap, take a moment to think what oils went into it, what science made it work. Okay, because even the simplest things in our daily life can teach us, biggest lessons in science, history, and sustainability. Okay, thank you for listening and stay tuned for our next episode. Bye bye.